Warning. The Era Survival podcast may contain harsh language and graphic depictions of gore and violence. Listener discretion is advised. Hello everyone, and welcome to Dice and Stuff. Today we continue with the third part of our Era Survival podcast series called Runner's Run. In this episode, Miles, Phoenix, and Babs make their way through the countryside as they approach the city of Elmsford. Luck appears to not be with Miles, however, as they travel, and the group must make a meaningful decision in whether or not to leave him behind and change the number of runners in their group. Will they reach the city of Elmsford? Will they leave a man behind? Please sit back and enjoy Runner's Run, Part 3. So you guys have decided you're going to go after the vault in Elmsford. Now, on your way to Elmsford, you will be passing through wilderness areas. I just need to know, are you guys going to be sticking to the old roads through fields? Are you going to go through the forests?
No.
Or are you going to go through, like, those are the only choices, really? Fields
roads.
or forests?
Some roads so we can see them coming.
Now, just
We're
so you
also
know,
in a hurry.
yeah, one road does lead through that small farming town that you guys said you weren't going to look in. So if you're taking the roads, you are going to pass through a town.
Remind me of the cause of danger that was associated with the town.
Probably minimum danger and minimum loot.
Oh, so we can just run on through.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get to the outskirts and we see, like some sort of horrible cult sacrificing people to a giant bonfire, we can just go around that.
Was this an inhabited town?
No.
Oh. I was going to say we could warn them of the thing that's coming and use them as, like,
Oh, they know it's coming.
before us.
They just have to look, and it's there.
So as you're traveling, I would like each of you, please, I would like you guys to roll me a double stamina, keeping in mind your difficulties are going to this time be 8, except for Robert, who sleeps like the dead, in which case your difficulties are going to be 7s. But I would like each of you guys to remember that the amount of successes depends on the lowest victor. So if Robert botches, you all botch.
Time to botch.
Hope you enjoy walking home tonight,
Botching
Rob.
is my thing in this game.
Now remember, when it's not a luck check, Rob, it's only 1s. Not 1s, 2s, and 3s.
4 successes.
Well, let's hope that this 10 rolls well when I re-roll it, because I'm on deck for a botch. I'm sorry.
How many botches
You have
did
more
you get?
1s than victories?
Yeah.
I rolled 10s, Rob. 10s!
Well, this one shows a 9 now, but it got hit by a die, and I'm pretty sure it was a 5 before.
Do you know what I rolled last night? Lots of 1s and 2s. This game was supposed to change that, Rob. I hope you're running in front of this pack.
Yeah, totally.
Robert, if you would, please, re-sprain your ankle now.
Oh! Damn it! Why did I step on it that same way? Why didn't I remember from yesterday?
So, Miles has fallen down on the ground on the side of the road.
Is this at night again?
It's actually early morning. You guys just set off. You got yourself through the field where you were sleeping, got up to the road, and started running right away, and he fell over.
I
You
grab
haven't
him
even
and
left visual range of the glowing in the distance.
I'm going to grab him by the collar and threaten to punch him, but then let him go.
Right after that, I'm going to fix his ankle
You're
again.
not going to leave me to die here, are you? You can't leave me to the
No.
swarm?
Swarm.
You can't leave me to the swarm. They're going to swarm me.
No, it's okay, because we can't be 2 people. We need to be 3 people. 2 is too little. 4 is too much.
Right. Keyword here is 2.
Gonna light a smoke while she's fixing his ankle.
How many smokes do you have left?
That would be 8.
Okay. If you would, please, roll me your medicine. And in this case, let's use wits. I have a reason for this.
We're down some amount of rations and an ejection thingy, or is that once every couple of days?
Once every day, you guys have to take an injection pill. So please take your injection pill now.
Can I just break his ankle?
Did you botch? And Robert was tragically left behind.
2 is quite good.
Hopefully I
That's
die
too
of
many.
dysentery before the raiders get here.
Yeah, I botched.
You botched.
Yeah,
Okay.
I botched.
All right.
Rob started a trend.
Ah! I'm not a customer!
So, the runners apparently don't run.
But runners gotta run.
Okay, so with that botch, I'm going to roll a dice to see how bad it is. Robert, you might just want to sit on the couch later. I don't know. We'll see.
See, if you give me int, I would have been fine.
Maybe we should just go to Boringsville instead.
All right. Well, the reason why...
Boringsville? Good old Boringsville?
The reason why it sucked so bad is because the tight bandages that you put on his ankle before, all you're doing right now is putting additional bandages on top of those bandages.
That doesn't seem right.
All you're going to do is just cut all circulation off from his foot completely. So, Rob, after she's done, you can walk. However, after about maybe 10 minutes or so, you'll just not be able to feel your foot at all.
So I'm going to need like a crutch.
I'll set about trying to find him a stick.
I have amongst my in my arsenal, the diverse elements of my arsenal, one of which is a pipe. How long is that pipe? Could I try to use that as a crutch?
The pipe is 3.5 feet long.
No. Also, I gotta say, we've been watching Daredevil, and I call shenanigans on pipe not being a good weapon.
Pipes are an excellent weapon.
He uses pipes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difficulty?
Whips
7.
little bits of pipe at guys. It's awesome.
6 successes. I found the best damn stick ever.
All right, so as you, Sabrina, are helping him down the road a little bit, trying to figure out why his foot's all numb, but you
This
can't really
seems
think
weird.
why. Justine, you're going to go through a couple of cars on the side of the road from a very, very long time ago, and in the back of one of the cars is a pair of crutches.
Nice.
With 6 successes, there you go.
Well, these'll do.
So you'll now bring over 2 crutches.
Like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, you're the best medic we have. Like, I guess, like, all I've got is this pipe, and maybe we can find, like, some other stuff. I can kind of fashion it into, like, something kind of like a
Throwing
crutch.
them at him.
And then maybe I can, like,
I let go of him and
my
she
way.
throws crutches at him.
And you'll get hit by 2 crutches.
Ow! Wait, hold on.
You can thank me later.
Where did these come from?
Who cares?
Did you have to kill a guy for these?
Oh, I hope so.
I'm okay with that.
Yes, I found a man limping his way along the side of the road, and I took his crutches, and I killed him for you. Is that the answer you're looking for?
Good work.
Well, in that case, it wouldn't be me limping along the road and getting eaten by the swarm.
Well, less talking, more walking.
Burned
Yes,
by
ma'am.
the swarm. Burned. The
Burned.
Swarm, remember, the swarm are humans. They just have...
Maybe they'll eat me after they cook me. I don't know. Have we asked anybody who's been burned by the swarm what happens next? No.
Can we go?
Less talking, more walking.
Double stamina, everybody. Robert, your difficulties are now also 8.
Only 8?
He's got 4 legs. He's fine. Well,
3.
3.5.
So if my successes are equal to my ones...
Then you're fine.
Okay.
It's only if you're over.
Son of a...
Did you botch again?
Well, yeah.
I didn't botch.
Wow.
We suck at running.
Robert, runner's got to run, man.
Did you botch, like...
I have a 1-1 and no successes.
So
But true to form from last time, I got a whole bunch of 6.
All right.
And only 1 7.
So as you guys are going, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of distance, maybe about 40 minutes down the road, when the very old pins that hold the crutches up break, corrode. He goes slamming down forward, smashes into the ground, and takes 2 pain damage.
Well, I'm laughing.
Yeah, we all take a moment.
I'm probably still laughing, but it hurts.
Oh, we're still laughing.
So, Miles, as you'll pull yourself up off of the old, cracked up concrete, you're going to notice that because you fell forward, actually scraped a little bit on the left one of your cheeks, so you have a cut that runs pretty much near the equal to your nose line on the actual cheekbone itself, all the way up into your hairline. You scraped it on the road when you fell over. So now you're bleeding.
This is gonna be fine, right? Chicks dig scars, right? Right?
Let me fix you up.
Oh man.
Don't roll. It's a scratch.
I'll clean it with water and stuff, like a little bit of water.
All right.
Any chance of me repairing these crutches?
Do you have any form of repairing skills?
Mm-hmm, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's construction plus...
In this case, I'm going to use dexterity. Because you got to repair those little pins.
I would offer to help, but I'm being tended to.
Ditto.
I think Miles just wants attention.
4 successes.
All right, you'll fix the crutches. Ladies and
Thanks for
gentlemen,
not throwing them at me this time.
if you would, double stamina again. This time, Robert, I'm going to leave you at 8.
So we're all at 8s.
Yep, double stamina. You're rolling like 6 dice. I don't understand why you keep botching.
Everything's
8
under.
dice.
8 dice.
5 successes.
1 success.
3 successes.
There you go. So, you guys are now going to be traveling for pretty much the rest of the morning. By the end of morning, you guys are going to arrive down the road. It's been absolutely barren out here. There's been nothing. There's been no animals. There's been no movement. There's been nothing. Nothing at all.
That's not good.
When you get closer to that town, when you look down into the town itself, you can see there is a small church, a couple of residential buildings, a general store, an auto garage, and a field. It's set down kind of in a valley where the road goes down in front of you into the town and then up on the far side of the town and up over a hill. In the distance, you can see in the outline of the sky the edges of Elmsford, which is the major city that you guys are heading towards.
So the straightest path through to Elmsford would be through the town?
Right through the town. Now, all around the town are empty fields, which consist of orange and yellow grass and very burned out patches just from sunlight, that kind of thing.
What are you thinking, Miles?
You're giving me this look like I have all the answers, but I think that what you need to think about is whether or not we can afford not to just go through here after all the time that we've wasted so far.
All right.
I like how you use the term we. 4 legs.
We're in this as a group, because 2 is not enough and 4 is too many, remember?
Except now there's too many legs in this group.
Wait, hold on.
We can cut a few off.
She'll start walking as she laughs.
And I'm sitting there, I'm looking like I'm counting, and I'm like, I don't get it. Wait, hold on, no, that's too many. Wait, don't leave me behind!
As you guys are walking down into the actual town itself, every one of you guys, I need to know your marching order first. So you're
Babs and I side by side and him lagging behind.
hobbling behind
You
everybody
betcha.
else. All right.
Crutch.
So I would like you all, please, either to roll your wits investigation or your dex stealth. You will have a chance to roll the other thing eventually, depending on what happens, but you have to pick one of those 2 choices first.
Okay, well, I don't have investigation, but I don't feel that stealth is appropriate for me.
Well, pick one.
So 1 subtract from successes, is that right?
No.
No.
No,
Only
only
if
if
you
there's
go-
more of them.
yeah.
Okay, so 2 successes.
Okay, so when I don't have the skill, I roll the stat plus luck, and that's like the new thing, and it's
And your
10s
DCs
only.
are 10s, yep. What were you using, Justine?
Wits investigation.
So you were looking more
Yes.
than being silent.
Yes.
Okay.
Stealth and dex.
You were being stealthy. How many successes?
1.
1.
I'm looking and I botch.
Oh, man.
Okay. That makes sense. As long as you're not trying to be silent and botching, that's okay.
Yeah. I don't feel that stealthy is like my strong suit at the moment. Not while I'm trying to move.
I don't think running is a strong suit either.
All right. So, Babs, you're going to do the classic kind of hunker down a little bit, go kind of sort of near the destroyed, burned out cars that are here, moving your way along the destroyed street. Phoenix, right in the middle of the road. You're looking around the road itself and you're looking around seeing what there is. You can see the church doors look to very long ago have been completely smashed down, including the mortar around the outside of the doorway. So that's something approximately the size of, say, like maybe 12 feet tall, like an elephant or something, smashed through the doorway of this church and just came barreling through here. Also, since you got successes, you are going to see movement inside the general store on the upper level. Now, when I say movement, I mean you're going to see something very similar that looks like an arm hanging out of the window. And when I say movement, I mean you'll see it slightly just kind of twitch a little bit. So you'll see the wrist kind of twitch a little bit. It has no skin on it. You can see the tendons on the back of the hand protruding through the rotten and decaying meat, and it appears to just kind of be twitching in place.
I'm going to try to catch Babs's eyes and give her the look at my eyes and then point to the hand just so she sees it.
Babs, you will see it.
Then I'm going to increase my pace
Yep.
slightly.
I'd like both of you, please, actually all 3 of you, specifically you 2, but you can roll this as well if you'd like to there, Miles. Roll me a wits survival, because I'm going to remind players of something if you pass this check.
3 successes.
I got 2 successes, but I just narrowly avoided a botch.
5 successes.
All right. Babs, you'll think of it first, then right after you think of it, Phoenix will think of it, and then you'll think of it, Miles, when you get down into the actual town proper itself. Right as you two start speeding up, you're immediately going to think of your flash spray. For the audience, flash spray is an aerosol can that is kept on any kind of survivors. It has a chemical reaction that it does whenever it interacts with parasites. So generally speaking, you spray it in the air to determine how infected a zone really is, because it is airborne.
Does the aerosol spray can make a lot of noise, though?
It's a localized noise. It won't be heard for like a bunch of distance. It's only like 6 feet, 7 feet away. It's not huge. It's
I'm going to do
like
the gesture with her, like the pointing back and forth between each other.
I'll
Who's
whip
going to do the
mine
spray?
out.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll spray it. You'll hear a couple of pops, which means you're in a low to mid range. So it's not that threatening, but it's a lot. It's worse than you were out in the field, but it's not nearly as bad as you would think.
So I'll just nod to Babs, put the spray can away, and just keep up the good pace while I'm kind of gesturing for him to try to hurry.
Miles, you will have seen and heard that, so you know the area you're in.
I'm coming.
Hustle, hustle, hustle.
So you did actually talk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I gave him the shush.
Yeah. Well, that dice is gone. Have fun, cat. It's gone. As you guys are traveling down the road, that is when you guys are going to be outside of the far end of town. You are then going to hear a grinding, kind of crunching noise mixed with not breaking glass, but slowly crashing glass. So glass that's kind of being pushed out of its frame. And then you will see a body fall out of the second story of the general store and smash down onto the sidewalk.
Hope Miles is ready to run.
All three of you have seen it.
It's time to leave.
Yep.
As you'll continue moving down the road, are any of you looking back?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
I can't not look back.
The first couple times you look back, you don't see any movement at all. Then the third time you look back, this is after you've now successfully cleared the town itself. You can see the person that fell out of the window is crawling on the ground towards you guys. They have a very large, like, bulbous looking right leg, which is leaving flesh tearing on the sidewalk and the asphalt as it crawls itself towards you. But it's making no audible noise whatsoever, but it's clawing its way forward by its disgusting, grotesque hands.
It's not moving that quick, is it?
No, not at all.
All right,
it's
let's get
barely
crawling.
It's crawling.
Crawling butt.
Just getting out of range of this town.
I heard that. She's going to pick me up and haul me.
So runner's got to run, so you're going as fast as your slowest guy, which is hobbling on a crutch.
I'm going to let him go ahead of me, and so I can kind of keep
I will
up the
try
rate.
and pick him up.
How much strength do you have?
4. When a runner's got to run, a runner's got to run.
How big are you? How much do you weigh?
I don't know.
I picture Miles as a little guy.
You're a runner.
Yeah. You got to be, like, lean.
Roll me double strength. Go ahead, Babs.
What's your strength? 4?
It's gonna be great when I botch.
Not bad.
Miles
You do have
breaks
2
his neck.
crutches, technically.
If Babs manages to pick him up, I'll grab the crutches.
Just put out that knee and just, like, bam, drop me right on it.
Yep. Put you on your misery, Batman style.
Break the back.
By the way, what you didn't say DC, so I'm taking those 7s.
Yep.
I'm taking those 7s and running with them.
And you better.
Aw. Just going to take those 7s and run with me.
6 successes.
Runner's got to run. So up
Fireman carry.
up over her shoulders, and
Grab the
she's
crutches.
running with you.
I was mostly kidding!
Are you yelling that?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn you, Miles.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Oh, you're so lucky I didn't pass.
You just
All
keep
right.
you just keep me around because I'm pretty, right?
I'm not
Clearly, at the beginning of this adventure, that was not why I kept you around.
So you guys are going to hoof it all the way down that highway. You're going to keep going and going and going and going. That is when you're approaching the actual outskirts of the city itself. To set the scene for you, time-wise, it's approximately, by now traveling, it probably would have taken you about 5 hours to get there. You left before sunrise. So it's probably like midday just before noon. So it's well lit. There is a little bit of cloud cover in the air, but not enough to cause any kind of real, dank, shadowy look. The city of Elmsford itself looks very quiet, almost like a testament and a graveyard to a more simpler time, back when things, didn't go to hell. The city itself has very large buildings that stand anywhere between 17 to 32 stories tall. It's a major city that was built right on the coast that had a major port. It also had a strong automotive industry that it helped to create the vehicles and cars with, and just to the north there was a military base that was set up here as well. Elmsford itself has major freeways that go through the city that you can see that snake out into the distance, which makes it very similar to a labyrinth in all of your minds. A couple of the buildings that you can see in the distance have the glass on the side of them smashed outwards in different locations all over the city. You can see signs of decay and the forest and nature starting to take root again, but again, it's only been about 100 years, so it's not completely jungled, but there are now patches of asphalt that have cracked and there's like flowers growing through them. You can see trees that have been overgrown, that kind of thing. It is a very uniform color of drab gray mixed with black and a little bit of green here and there. The actual city itself is very depressing. There's crumbling stone here and there. Everything looks old and twisted in a way because there were riots in the streets and that kind of thing. So fences are down, there's mounds of rubble, cars are overturned, that kind of thing. And you're just on the outskirts. So you're not even downtown, because the vault was rumored to be underneath the mayor's building, which is right in the middle of town.
They told us where it is. That's great.
Well, that's where it supposedly is.
Right. I wonder if there's like a subway system. Like underground tunnels we could use.
I was going to say, hopefully the mayor's building isn't, just a giant pile of rubble that we'd have to, dig through.
Yeah, because you'd be doing so much digging.
Exactly.
Speaking of digging or whatever, Miles, you think you're going to be up for this?
Yes.
I'm going to put Miles down and check his ankle.